All right, well, here we are. I'm going to give you some review on how to do the formulas in Google Sheets in case you forgot those. And you can skip around and look for any formulas you want as we go through this. So we have talked already about how to set up your itinerary and list all the gas prices. So for the mean, if you want to do the mean right here, you can just click on the cell in which you want the mean to appear. And then over here, these three dots is our more, and you're looking for this sigma symbol right here. Looks like a big E. And then you're looking for average. So we can click average. You can also just type in equals and then type the word average and your parentheses. And then just kind of highlight the data you need. Let go, hit enter, and there's your mean right there. Now this is not in the form of money because it's 4.023. That's not money. Usually we would want to round off to the nearest penny, so we can do that. In fact, once we get all our numbers in here, we can just highlight everything in here and then format. Number, we want to format our numbers, right? And we want to format the numbers just like that right there. So there you go. Kind of rounds it off, makes it easy. If you want to find the mean of all of these prices, you do the same thing. Like maybe off to the side, we want to find the total mean of all, whatever 15, 20 prices. You just kind of list all those all down the list and do the same thing. So for the median, let's go over that one. You would just type in equal sign, type the word median, and then your parentheses, and then you can find just list all of your data, hit enter, and there's your median. So equals, and then type the word median. As far as your 5-number summary, that includes the median. Remember, the 5-number summary is your minimum and your maximum, your first quartile and your third quartile, and then the median. In Google Sheets, if you want to make a what they call a candlestick chart, which is the closest thing we have to a box and whisker plot, you can make one of those. And to do that, and by the way, that includes your quartiles and your minimum and your maximum. Your first step here, you want a space where you have 5 columns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need 5 columns. You're going to need some labels above those 5 columns. So here I want to get these 5 columns. That's where I'm going to put my data. The first column, or the first box right here, the first cell is going to be your label. So I want to say like gas prices. It's got to be a word in here or a label. Your second one, the next one is going to be your minimum. Now you want to put a label above it, like min. You have to have that above it. You have to have something labeling above each of your numbers. So I'm going to put minimum here. The next one I'm going to just put Q1. Doesn't matter how you label these. Q3, and then max for maximum. You have to have something written up here to label each of these 4 numbers. And then let's find our minimum, okay? And I'm going to just find the minimum of all of the prices. I'm going to use this middle column. Now you can use either column, I think is fine with me, but the Google Sheets is doing all the work anyway, so it doesn't matter. You can just go ahead and find all of these right here. So the minimum is going to be equals min. That's easy to remember. And then your parentheses, and then highlight your data, hit enter. That's it. That's your minimum gas price right there. Your maximum is the same way, equals max, parentheses, highlight your data, enter. That's your maximum. Now for quartile 1, we're going to say equals. We're going to type the word quartile. You're going to put in your parentheses and highlight your data. And before you hit enter, you want to specify that this is going to be the first quartile. So you put a comma and then a 1. Now hit enter, and that's going to be your first quartile. Of course, that is not in money form because it goes past the 100th place. But let's do the third quartile, and then we'll change that. Type the word quartile, parentheses, select your data, and comma 3. Enter. Now we can format this to look like money. So I'm going to highlight these, come up here to format. Remember, the word format simply means changing the way something looks. And then we're going to format the number, and it's default to two decimal places right there. So there's our 5-number summary, including the median, is these 5 right here. Now to take this data and to create a candlestick chart, which is a box and whisker plot. Let me kind of move it over here. Oop. We only want to highlight the word gas prices and then these 5 numbers right here. We're not going to highlight the titles or the labels above here. We do need those. We have to have those in there or the computer won't understand. But we are going to only highlight these 5 here, and we're going to go to our chart. That's those 3 dots here. Go to chart, insert chart. You can also come up here to insert and then click on chart here. And it will look at it and it will probably understand that you need a candlestick chart. Okay. Now you may want to change your beginning number and your end number. And 5 is good, end number. Change your title. We don't want that as a title up here. But here we have gas prices as a label. That's good. So to change your end numbers, remember you can come over here to customize. We can look at the vertical axis, horizontal axis, your chart titles, your axis titles. All of those are in these your files right here, or these little tabs right here. Vertical axis, of course, you could change the color of the numbers and the size of them. The minimum value, this is what you want to adjust because there's a lot of space down here. So I want to just say maybe $2. 2 is the minimum and 5 is the maximum. Okay, so that kind of creates it there. Okay, and the rest is up to you. You can change the colors and everything else. So when you're going to be looking at these graphs, and you do want to know where your median is too. So your median is 370, so it's up here close to the 4. That way you can see if it's evenly spread out. If it looks like there are same size sections here, 370 is going to be up here somewhere. Or if it is going to be kind of skewed one way or the other. That will help you determine whether it's the mean or the median is the best measure for that. Okay, I'm going to just delete that out, and I'll end up deleting all this. And I think that's it. All right, everybody. Thank you very much.